Good morning. So today the class is about Fraunhofer diffraction due to the double slit. Okay. So in the previous classes we have seen the same Fraunhofer diffraction in case of using single slit as well as circular aperture. Now the session is about how the Fraunhofer diffraction will be produced when we use the double slit. Okay. We have to use the two single slits. Okay, two slits. So let us focus on the diagram. So a source S of monochromatic light is there. Okay, now so then the wavefront, with the wavefront there will be a two slits, that is namely S1 and S2 slits. So the height of the slit one S1 is AB and height of the S2 is CD. So the distance between the two slits is make it as E plus D, that is width, equal width E and the distance D. So total length, total distance between the slit 1 and slit 2 is E plus D. Okay, so according to the Huygens theory, we know that what we know, each and every on a wavelet, each and every wavefront forms a secondary wavelets. Okay, now if a plane of wavefront of monochromatic light of wavelength, suppose let it be lambda, be incidenting on the two slits. If we incidenting a lambda wavelength, okay, lambda wavelength on the two slits, what it happens? So primary wavelets and secondary wavelets are going to be produced. So the secondary wavelets which are in the direction of the incident light to come to the focus at P naught, and the secondary wavelets traveling in the direction making an angle theta. If the wavelets makes an angle theta, then they will be going to be incident at point P1. Okay. So according to the theory of Huygens, Huygens theory or theory of diffraction, at a single slit we have the resultant amplitude as R is equal to A sin alpha by alpha, where A is amplitude and alpha is equal to pi E by lambda sin theta. So in order to calculate the path difference between the S1 and S2, okay, now in order to calculate it, we have to treat it as a amplitude between the two slits as A sin alpha by alpha, okay, with the direction theta, and the resultant amplitude at P1 will also with the amplitude of A sin alpha by alpha, right? So then the phase difference between the S1 and S2 is something dou. Okay, so we draw a perpendicular line from, as S1 is there, S2 slits are there, so we draw a perpendicular line. See in the diagram, we observe a perpendicular line that makes a triangle of S1, S2 and K. Okay, we forms a triangle. From these triangles we can form it as the path difference as S2K. This is a path difference. Then from this triangle S1K S2 or S1 S2K, S2K is equal to S1 S2 sin theta. So as we know that S1 and S2 is equal to E plus D. Okay, then S2K is equal to E plus D sin theta, right? Then the phase difference is going to be act as dou or del is equal to 2 pi by lambda E plus D sin theta. Okay, so from the figure we can write it as, see, OH square is equal to OG square plus GH square plus 2 OG and GH cos del or dou. Then OH square is nothing but R square, OH is nothing but R. Then R square is equal to OG is nothing but A sin alpha by alpha. GH is also same, the phase amplitude, A sin alpha by alpha and plus 2 cos dou. Then take it common as this amplitude, then we get 1 plus 2 cos del. Then R square is equal to, okay, R square is equal to 2 of A sin alpha by alpha whole square plus 1 plus cos, okay, 1 plus cos omega. Here we took 2 as common, right? Here it will be 2 plus 2 cos theta or cos del. Then we remove common as 2 and 1 plus cos del will be remains. Then so cos here the cos Del is written as 2 cos square theta minus 1. Cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus theta by 2 minus 1. Then 1 plus 2 cos square del by 2 minus 1. Right, plus 1 and minus 1 gets cancelled. Then 2 into 2, 4. R square is equal to 4 a sin alpha by alpha whole square cos square del by 2. So then we can expand these, right? A square sin square alpha by alpha square, then cos square. We know that del is equal to, dou or del is equal to 5 of e plus d by lambda sin theta. Then r square is equal to 4a square sin square alpha by alpha square cos square. So entire this treat this as beta. Okay, then finally I will be, okay, finally the I will be, I is equal to 4 I naught cos square beta sin square alpha by alpha square. Okay, so r square by a square is equal to I by I naught. So this is the theory part of Fraunhofer diffraction due to a double slit. Okay.